Hi guys, it's Heather with Energy Muse, and today we're going to talk about one of my most favorite topics, love. And I have Gina King here, who was so nice to come in, and thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I met Gina because my daughter, Sophia Rose, when my book came out, started hustling the book over at the school. And so I was like, oh my God, will you be open to doing this 40-day ritual? And then when you're done with it, share with what happens. What has your love history been so far?
Okay, so I've been in a few serious relationships. One not so great, but two loving people that I've been with. They just were not my people. We weren't meant to get married and things like that, and that's what I want. That was especially hard because I thought he was it.
Did you start dating again, or you're like, look, I gotta take a break? What was going on?
So my friends would say, just get back out there and start dating. And I remember I went on a date like a month or two in of the breakup, and I got home from this date and I just like burst into tears.
Right.
And I just said, I'm just not ready. I know I'm just gonna focus on Gina.
Yeah.
And so in that process of just what does Gina want, what is my worth, what is my value, is when I actually started my Worth Girl, because I was like, I never want another girl to ever go through a relationship where she doesn't feel worthy or she doesn't feel good enough, because that's how I was feeling. Okay. But it's like the inspirational, like how you can love yourself every single day.
Do you feel like you were guilty of any of the feng shui taboos for love?
For sure. Well, first of all, I wear black all the time.
And how do you, okay, how's that feel?
You know, it actually, like went out and bought more colors, made me remember, no, you're showing this energy, this is what you're trying to attract.
Right.
Right, and so I did not wear black for 40 days.
And how did that feel?
It actually felt great because it kind of got me out of my comfort zone.
Okay.
I guess black, like wearing black, it's just an easier color, and
right.
It is my comfort zone.
What about landscapes or?
Oh my gosh, I have photographs of just sunsets or me and my dog alone in a sunset. So that shows loneliness, that shows loneliness, and that shows loneliness. So I actually took all of my artwork down. Oh. I printed out pictures of like silhouettes of people like in sunsets. I put it on big poster and I printed it off at work. And my boss was like, what are you doing? But I said, you'll be happy when you're invited to my wedding, just relax.
Exactly. So you didn't have to go out and buy all this new artwork.
No.
I love what you did.
It was free.
And you did it very affordably, and you got the result.
Exactly.
So was the bed, how was it?
The bed was fine. It was, because it's a studio,
right.
It's still kind of up against a window, but
you had space on both sides.
Yes, I had space on both sides.
So share with me, what was your favorite part? I mean, what was hard? How did you even integrate this in your life, you know, on a daily basis?
So what I did is, because I'm super busy, I'm teaching, I'm tutoring, I'm also working on my Worth Girl, I wanted to make sure that I had my time. And then you said in the book, it can't be more than 24 hours can pass. So you can't just pick, oh, I did it at 7 o'clock today, I'll do it at 1 p.m. in the afternoon tomorrow. It needs to be consistent. So what I decided to do is 5:20 every morning was my time. Before I walked my dog, before I took my shower, I would wake up and light my candles and start my chant. So it was my time, but it was, you know, challenging too, because there were the times, because I had to do it on the weekends too. So I would make sure, you know, I'd say my chant, but then I'd just go back to bed on the weekends, you know. But really committing to that time was really important.
Do you feel as if it was pretty easy to do, or?
Yeah, I think it was, your book was great. I loved it. I'm definitely a person that likes steps, and so you need this, this is what, and you have the ingredients. Like, just if you're cooking food,
right.
you have the ingredients of what you need for that part of it. So before I started the ritual, I saged for 2 weeks straight, and then the bath that I did with the vinegar and the rose petals. You know, at first I'm like mixing this all together. I'm like, what is this? Like, what am I about to get in? So I think I did the full 21 minutes. I had to reflect, and I got so many different flashbacks coming in about like different points of love, and I did a ton of journaling. That was another thing, is just, it kind of just forces you to let things out. Like, oh my gosh, I haven't thought about that in years.
So take me through the process. Like, what was day one? Like, Were there any milestones throughout the 40 days?
So day one, ran into my ex of a couple years ago, not the last current one, but like ran into him on the Strand, and I was like, okay, here we go, you know?
Game on.
Yep, yeah. Game on. One thing I would tell anybody that's gonna do the love ritual is keep track of it, because I kept track of every single day. I would say like day one, just like a little like sentence, like day one, saw a rainbow.
Right.
Day two, saw a rainbow again. Yeah. I'm kind of the person, and I think a lot of people like the instant gratification. Okay, I'm doing this, so like I want results like right now. I was never going to give up. I was just feeling like, okay, I want it so badly.
Right.
But once I just let go and stop like counting down, like, oh my gosh, I only have 11 days left. Whether or not I find the person, it's leading me to this place.
Right.
And the best part of it wasn't even finding love with a guy. It was really focusing and taking that time for me. And it just opened my eyes to how much like love is everywhere. So that was probably my biggest takeaway, is like, okay, I'm good.
Well, it's interesting because I think in life sometimes we always feel like if we do something that we will get our result. And so especially in our culture right now and in our society, it's immediate gratification. Or hey, if I work hard or I do this, then I'm going to be rewarded. And sometimes we are rewarded, but it comes in different ways. I think that what's so empowering about what you said is that you were rewarded not so much by another person giving you something. You were rewarded by you allowing yourself, maybe for the first time in your life, to go that you're worthy on a daily basis to give yourself love and to see that, and to start showing up with new eyes and a new perspective. Now, what words of wisdom or advice would you give to other women who are maybe considering this, doing this ritual for love?
Well, my advice for sure would be do it when you're ready. You need to be ready about yourself and loving yourself. So I think the best thing is this love ritual, if you're really trying to get connected to yourself, and not, you know, like maybe a guy is going to be the bonus.
Right.
But I think that the love ritual really just kept the self-love and made me much more self-aware of the love that surrounds me all the time.
Ooh, that's heart-opening. So thank you for joining us today, and thank you, Gina, for sharing what her experience was with the 40-day love ritual. Make sure that you subscribe to our newsletter at energymuse.com, and make sure to check out our book, Crystal Muse, and look for the Love Guru chapter, and do the 40-day love ritual. Namaste.